Hey guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. So we are starting a pasta unit. Listen, there is nothing better than a good old-fashioned pot of mac and cheese. That is the ultimate comfort food. So I'm going to show you the quickest and easiest way to make homemade mac and cheese. This is exactly what we would do in school. I am not fancying anything up. I'm going to show you from A to Z how it is. It's super easy, so let's get started.
So I'm starting off with a big pot of boiling water. I always like to salt my water when I cook pasta. I'm going to then add 1 pound of just some elbow macaroni and to give that a stir. And then I'm going to start my roux. So I'm going to melt equal parts butter and flour. And with a whisk, I am just going to stir that in and incorporate everything and then cook until the flour doesn't have a raw taste to it anymore. This probably takes about 2 minutes or so. And then I have my milk that I'm going to add, 2 cups of milk. And I'm slowly adding my milk in and whisking at the same time so I don't get clumps. Notice how I'm just doing that step by step. And once I see that everything is kind of come together, I will go ahead and add more milk to this. So the cheese I'm using is just some shredded cheese that I have in my fridge. I believe it's a 4 cheese blend. You can use any kind of cheese you want. So I'm not going to really walk away from this. I'm going to keep stirring it until it gets thick. So I always want to check my pasta. A nice little trick to make sure your sauce is thick, you run your finger on the back of the spoon. If the sauce doesn't come down and it stays in place, that means your sauce is nice and thick. I go ahead and add my cheese into there, and I did turn off the heat. So I'm just going to incorporate everything again until everything is melted. And there's my cheese sauce. And then I flavor my cheese sauce with some salt and of course some pepper. And you always want to taste for flavor. I drain my pasta and I do not wash my pasta. You never wash your pasta. You're going to throw that back into the cheese sauce so the cheese sticks to your pasta. If you wash your pasta, the sauce is going to stick to your water versus sticking to your pasta. Same rule applies when I wash my chicken. I always want to pat it dry. So next up, I have some panko breadcrumbs that I'm going to toast, and I'm going to put some garlic powder in that. In a pan, I have some olive oil and then some panko breadcrumbs. Now, a lot of people like to bake their mac and cheese. This is a nice little trick because I find that when you bake mac and cheese, the pasta becomes too soft and it gets dry. So I like to pretend like I baked it with some toasted breadcrumbs on top, and we do this exact step in school. So this takes about 3-4 minutes or so, and that's the color we want to have. And so all I do is I just sprinkle the top of the mac and cheese with some breadcrumbs. Again, to give that look like it was baked and the breadcrumbs were brown. Scoop some onto a plate, and this is so delicious, you guys. You can use any cheese you want. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see your demo.